That's right, sister. So, you know, the minister said, in the due course of time, he said, that brother that I thought was a top soldier manifested a hypocrisy, like I had not seen. The messenger could tell by the comments. You know why? Because we've heard them before.
That's right.
And our fathers could tell what kind of people was coming and what kind of conversation they was going to have.
Wow.
So they wrote this. Somebody didn't want to submit. So Allah said, what hindered thee that thou did not submit when I made him the captain? When I made her the protocol director.
Come on. Bring us up today. Come on, man. Come on.
So he said, what hindered thee that thou didst not submit when I commanded thee? And he said, I'm better than he.
Right. Come on now.
Maybe you are, but you don't have the position.
Uh-oh.
I made this man.
That's right.
That's what Allah said. I fashioned him.
Right. That's right.
Into shape, because he was out of shape when I found him.
Right. Go ahead.
You don't see what I see.
Come on now.
So you would be wise not to talk ahead of me and not to go ahead of me.
Follow instructions. Come on.
But prepare yourself.
Come on. Right.
For your day when somebody call you, because maybe somebody won't want to submit to you.
Come on. Right. Come on.
End of that. So he said, I'm better than he. Thou hast created me of fire, while thou didst create him of dust. So he said, get forth from this state, for it is not for thee to behave properly. Go forth, therefore, surely thou art of the abject ones. So he said, this is Iblis talking back here, respite me to the day when they are raised. See, he already knows they're going to be raised. Now, we started out with one man, but we ended up with they.
Right.
So there's a lot of people now.
Right.
Where they come from.
Good question.
Somebody was trying to tell me that, well, actually they wanted to attack the minister because of his address in Atlanta, Georgia, about the real children of Israel. And he was angry because he said Farrakhan is using this term pre-Adamites. He said, we don't know about no pre-Adamites, you know, because he's saying we're the Adam. This is the creation of us. Because if there's some pre-Adamites, then he said, that means that white people can go in the Bible and find their origin, but black people can't go in the Bible and find their origin.
Come on.
I said, well, after I heard him, I said, that's exactly what he's saying.
That's the teaching, that's right. Come on now.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the purpose of the Bible was to reveal the white race.
Ooh, come on now.
Doesn't mean we're not in the Bible, but our origin is in the Holy Quran.
Come on, brother.
That's right.
We were created with truth.
That's right.
We need the presence of truth to stay in our original state. When we fall out and away from truth, we start what's called a spiritual and mental breakdown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And our enemies broke us all the way down. That's why student enrollment
Come on.
does not ask the question, who was the original man?
Come on.
It has to ask now, who is the original man?
That's right.
We could not be original without Master Farad Muhammad's coming.
That's right. Come on, brother.
The original man before 6,000 years ago
Come on.
never knew death.
That's right.
We knew dissatisfaction, but we didn't know what our dissatisfaction would lead to. It ultimately led to a devil, a wise scientist. who is described symbolically, of course, in the book of Genesis or the book of James. Rebecca, if you take Becca, it's mentioned twice in the Quran. It's another pronunciation for Mecca.
Come on now.
And Rebecca in Genesis or the book of James, right? She got 2 children in her womb.
Come on, brother.
And they're jostling at one another. And because of this disturbance in her body, she don't even go to the man that got her pregnant. She went right past him and went straight to God.
Come on, brother.
To ask God about this disturbance going on in her. And he said, woman, in thy womb are 2 nations.
Come on.
Now, how can a woman have 2 nations in her womb at the same time?
Come on, brother.
She can't get pregnant twice at the same time.
Come on, brother.
Even if she had twins, it's from a seed.
Right.
He's not talking about a woman. He's talking about a city.
Come on.
And out of that city came 2. One was Yaqub. He came from Teman. Right? And the Holy One from Mount Paran. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, now we have 2 gods. Which one will you choose?
Come on, brother.
Yaqub is a god of this world.
Yeah.
Come on now.
A sister asked the Honorable Elijah Muhammad at the dinner table, dear Holy Apostle, if Master Farrakhan Muhammad is the God, who was the God before him? He said, Yaqub. For the last 6,000 years, no one has mastered the wisdom of Yaqub until the coming of Master Farrakhan Muhammad. I hope I'm making myself clear. God teaching me that you should know. And you should be able to intelligently sit down and discuss it with someone.
Yes.
And give them some idea of what you are in.
Right.
So, Yaqub's people broke us all the way down. So the folks that were before us, they never knew death. The minister said all we knew was dissatisfaction. That's to teach us that dissatisfaction not handled properly, you could end up with a monster.
That's right.
Age, brother.
By the time the devil showed up, it was the product of our own dissatisfaction, but we couldn't handle it. The science of tricks that he had,
Yes.
he was able to take us down in no time. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches in 6 months, they had turned us upside down. You know what happens when you turn upside down?
Come on.
If you turn our body upside down, the lower extremity would be at the top.
Come on now.
Are you listening to me now? And the upper extremity would be at the bottom.
Come on, brother.
That means that he's making a human being
Come on.
who would live by his low desires.
Yes, sir.
He's making a human being that would take all of the appetites that are below the navel and make them reign in the mind. That's why we go around all day thinking about sex and pornography, crime and cheating and lying and corruption.
Come on, brother.
Because we're feeding a lower appetite.
That's right. Yaqub's world. Come
Turned
on.
upside down.
Come on now.
Under the number 6, a number of incompletion.
Come on.
A number that means it's inevitable that you're going to be dissatisfied.
Come on.
Because as long as things are incomplete, the human being is going to yearn for completion. So the minister said, shouldn't be nobody satisfied now with this world.
Right.
So anyway, he's understanding now that a day is coming when they're going to be raised. The Holy Quran is dealing with a specific time. And this time would come after the one who's been respited, because you got to understand, he he gets arrested from God. In other words, God's not going to mess with him for a time. And during that time, he would be able to reign, and no prophet, no messenger, and no wise sage would be able to wage a successful campaign against him. Satan is the god of this world. And ultimately, Satan would master the prophets, because he would come up behind the prophets after they had lived and died, and he would corrupt their teaching. Yes. Poison the religion. Have us fighting and killing one another now in the name of God. Yes. Just like the planet is right now.
That's right.
Some email tried to get us, Brother Captain and I were talking to some folks and talking about we must follow them over to the hell I will.
Come on now.
And the way he kept talking to me, well, that which is on the back of your newspaper about this man being God. Right. Do you know how many men have claimed to be God in the Muslim world in the last 1,400 years?
Come on. Come on.
Yes.
And they arrogate the right to call themselves what they want to call themselves. And they have never told them to remove nothing. How the hell are you going to tell me that point number 12 is supposed to come off of my newspaper? You leave the planet before we take off. Pork and whiskey on the show. That's the way you talk to him. You wouldn't sell it to Prophet Muhammad.
That's right.
You wouldn't sell him a pig foot.
That's right. Teach him, man.
Yes,
you wouldn't sell him that bottle of Jack Daniels or that 40 ounce.
That's right.
You wouldn't sell it to him. Why are you selling it to my people?
Come on,
That's right.
So are you Sunni or Shia? Neither one. Prophet Muhammad wasn't neither one.
That's right. Come on.
I don't need to be that.
That's right.
One man asked me, well, I noticed they're dressed, now you're dressed in a suit and everything. I said, I live in America.
That's right.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir, brother.
I live in America. This is what I wear.
Yeah.
I don't need no kufi.
That's right.
I don't need a beard dyed.
Come on,
Right.
man.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir, brother.
I don't need a jalabia.
Hey.
Right.
I don't need nothing. I need to be dressed in the principles of righteousness.
Come on, man.
I said, that's Arab culture.
That's right.
The Quran comes with its own culture. The culture of the righteous. And all that we need be is to dress and be clothed